Okay. Oh. I have a long weekend. I'm off Friday and then until Monday. So pretty good. Oh, by the way, did you guys turn in the homework?
I forgot.
Okay, don't worry. Because this is the first time, the first homework, I could let you guys submit it late a little bit. And then some of you guys make a mistake when you turn in the homework. You guys need to double check your work, okay? Like some students only turn in like one page. Okay, I could barely see the second page, but not like the whole picture. Okay, so when you guys combine the file, make sure you do have all the pages into one PDF file. And some students turn in like 10 files to me. Again, I won't grade it because that would be pretty time consuming for me to download it one by one. Okay, and then I just chatted chat all of you guys homework and then write down the name. So I'm gonna talk to you guys like one by one if you make a mistake for turning in the homework. And then not all of you guys turn in the homework. The homework supposed to due on 20, right? I give you guys 2 more days. I will postpone it like 24th because some students make a mistake to combine the file, okay? So I give you guys 2 more days. If you didn't turn it in, just turn it in before 24th, okay? 24th. 24th should be on Thursday, okay? Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, I put it on the announcement homework session 1.1 to 1.4. Still on February 24th. At 11:59 p.m. Okay, look at the message. Okay, the chat message here. Okay, and then I during the class I will cover session 2.1, 2.2, and hopefully we could finish 2.3. And that's some classwork. I let you guys do it just like as always. But I will test you guys one by one if you make a mistake for turning the homework. Okay, so pay attention on the chat room here. Okay, I'm gonna send a private message. Okay, so I don't let other students know about it. Okay, and then I may show you guys how many students I have. Okay, 21. So I just wait a little bit to explain the homework again, okay? Okay. Okay, let's talk about session, not 2.2, 2.1. We didn't finish last time. It should be this way. Okay, session 2.1. And last time we finished on the page 4. Okay, we finished on the page 4, session 2.1. Okay, we're gonna start at the film 2.1.3. Okay, get your notes ready. Session 2.1, page 5, film 2.1.3. Okay, ready? Session 2.1, film 2.1.3. Okay, I'll put key. Page 5, let me see. Okay, Oh, we finished this one from last time, right? We're done for this one. Okay, right? Okay, next one, film 2.1.3. So if two parallel lines are cut by transversal, so we have a two parallel lines. So L and M are parallel, cut by a transversal. So the V here, this is called the transversal. Then the pairs of alternate exterior angles are congruent. Okay, so alternate exterior is talking about like angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, and angle 8, right? So the alternate exterior angles are congruent. So this is talking about, first, these two lines are parallel. So I'll make like the notation here. So I remember these two lines are parallel. And then angle 1 and angle 8, these two angles are alternate exterior angle. They will be congruent, equal to each other, because these two lines are parallel. Okay, how about the next one? Which angle is going to be congruent?
Angle 2 and angle 7.
Angle 2 and angle 7. Good. Angle 2 and angle 7 are congruent. Okay, and write it down on your notes, okay? This is called alternate exterior angle. Okay, angle 1 congruent to angle 8. Angle 2 are congruent to angle 7. When L and M are parallel. Okay, these two lines are parallel. Okay, and then another film. If two parallel lines are cut by the transversal, same situation here. Then the pairs of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. First, remember what is the meaning of supplementary?
Equal 180 degrees.
The sum of two angles will be equal to 180, right? That's a supplementary. So interior angles, which one is going to be your interior angles?
3, 4, 5, and 6.
3, 4, 5, and 6, right? These four angles are interior angle. So interior angle on the same side. So interior angle on the same side, this is talking about angle 3 and angle 5. So it means like angle 3 plus angle 5 will be equal to 180. Okay, the reason is interior angle on the same side are supplementary. Okay, how about the next one? Which two angles are equal to 180?
Angle 4 and 6.
Angle 4 and angle 6, right? These two are interior angle on the same side, so that will be supplementary also. Okay, write it down on your notes. Okay, hey, try to remember this. This is really important information. So you guys should be able to find out the angles with like those fields. Okay, next one. Example 2, given TV, this line will be parallel to W1. Okay, remember this notation, parallel. Okay, hey, try to write down the different information on the picture here. So if you know these two lines are parallel, I will put the check marks on it, put the check marks here. So you know these two lines are parallel. Okay, with the transversal, the RS is going to be the transversal line. And prove angle 1 something wrong, right? Angle 1 is not necessary to congruent to angle 3. Angle 1 and angle 3 just supplementary, right? Hold on a second. Yeah, that's a typo. Hey, that's a typo on the notes. Please change it. Should be prove angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. On the notes, I put angle 1 congruent to angle 3. Okay, change the notes here. Angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary, not congruent. Okay, one more time. Section 2.1. On the page. On the page 5, this is not congruent, should be N. Okay, angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. Okay, change angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. Okay, so let's try to do the proof together. Okay, remember the first one, the first statement should be the given information, right? TV parallel to WY with transversal RS. Reason is going to be given. Okay, and then what do you guys think about it? Look at the picture. And we want to prove angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. Means like I want to solve angle 1 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree, right? This is what we want to solve. So think about it. How can you relate those angles and make the equation angle 1 plus angle 3 equal to 180? What is the relationship between these three angles here?
They're all interior angles?
Yes, but you can't use that theorem, right? If that's an interior angle and the same size, so angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. This is the theorem. But right now we want to prove this one, so we can't use the theorem. You could use other things like corresponding angle, alternate interior angles, or
So angle 1 and 2 are congruent because they're alternate interior angles.
good. Angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent because they are alternate interior angle. Good. And then? And also, how about like angle 2, angle 3? How can you relate these two angles together?
They're supplementary angles.
Three.
Good, supplementary angles. Why? What is the reason? Angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary angle. How do you know? I need the reason.
They're on this. That pair's on the same side of the transversal. Well, actually, no.
Or you could just say this is just the YXW is going to be a straight line, right? Right? These two angles are on the straight line, so this should be the straight angle, right? Okay. Okay, you guys kind of get the idea. It's almost like that. Okay, related angle 1 and angle 2, and angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree, right? Okay, let's see my proof here. So angle 1 congruent to angle 2. This is good because we have a two parallel lines cut by transversal. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Actually, I could just put like alternate interior angles are congruent. So should be fine. The two lines parallel cut by transversal, not necessary. Just put alternate interior angles are congruent. Okay, I still one more statements here. Remember angle 1 concurrent to angle 2, it implies that measure of angle 1 equal to the measure of angle 2. Remember that? So two angles are concurrent, their measures are equal. Okay, right? Okay, and then the angle WXY, this is a straight line, right? This is a straight angle. So measure of angle WXY equal to 180. Right? This is a straight line. So we know this is a straight angle. So this angle should be equal to 180. Okay, then angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees, or I could put one more step equal to the measure of WXY, right? And measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 equal to the measure of WXY. This is the addition, angle addition postulate. Oh, okay. Typo, angle, not angel. Angle addition postulate, right? Okay, now I could say measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 equal to 180. What is the reason? Related to number 4 and number 5. Okay, I know this angle equal to 180 and angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to WXY. And then now I say equal to 180. What is the reason?
An
Substitution.
angle is a straight angle. Or substitution.
Substitution. Good. I replace number 4 to number 5 in here. So that's a substitution. Okay, what is the next one? What is the number 7?
I'm still finishing copying 5 and 6.
Think about it. We want to prove angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary. Supplementary means measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 3 equal to 180. Right? We're almost there. What is the measure of angle 2? That is number 3.
Equal to measure of angle 1.
Good. Measure of angle 2 equal to measure of angle 1. That's from number 3, right? So we could replace it. Good. Substitution. Okay, and then finally,
Angle 1 and angle 3 are supplementary.
good reason.
Measures of angle 1 and angle 3 equal to 180. So therefore, they are supplementary.
Sum of the measure of two angles is 180, then the angles are supplementary. Good, really good. You guys can actually, you guys get the idea though, but you just need to know how to write it out like step by step. Like for this one, like many students skip number 3 because they think congruence should be equal to the measure. Okay, so be careful. Like even though you know the angle are congruent, if you're talking about the measure, you have to write it one more time. Okay, from number 2, from number 3. Okay. Okay, then another one. 2.1.5 film. If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then the pairs of exterior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Okay, pretty similar to the one we just talked about, the pairs of interior angles on the same side are supplementary, right? So let's look at that from this one. Okay. Okay, we have the theorem 2.1.4, right? The interior angles on the same side are supplementary. Why now they say the exterior angles on the same size are supplementary? So which one is gonna be the supplementary?
1 and 7 and 2 and 8.
Good. I could put it here one more time though. Okay, so this picture, we could see that this time is the exterior angles of the same side. So it should be angle 1 plus angle 7 equal to 180, right? And also next one, which one?
Angle 2 and angle
2 and
8.
8. Good. 2, angle 2 and angle 8 plus angle 8 are supplementary. Right? The exterior angles on the same side. Okay, write it down on your notes. If you're done, try to do the example 3. Okay, the next example, example 3. You guys should be able to do it. Okay, try to do this one. Example 3. Hey, when you guys set up the equation, give me the reason, okay? Don't just set it up. You guys need to state the reason. same idea for the homework and also the exam. You guys need to state the reason, okay, to support your equation.
Is it fine if we just put angle 1 plus angle 7 equals 180 as the reason? And then just plug in what angle 1 and angle 7 is?
No, angle 1 plus angle 7 equal to 180. This is the equation. How do you know angle 1 plus angle 7 equal to 180? What is the reason?
So we have to write the if two parallel lines.
Yeah, you kind of like write down this feeling. You don't have to copy the whole thing. You could use like the notation. Okay,
Okay.
exterior angles are on the same side are supplementary. Okay. So angle 1 plus angle 7 equal to 180. Again, set up the equation. You need the reason to support it. So write it down. Pairs of the exterior angles on the same size of transversal are supplementary. You guys get that? Okay, one more time. Write down the reason on the exam. Okay. And then plug in angle 1 and angle 7. Okay, combine the 9 terms on the left-hand side, right? So you guys should get 8x equal to 180. Got that? And then divided by 8 for both sides. Division property, right? You guys should get 22.5 degrees. Got this, right? We are not done yet, right? What do we need to looking for?
Angle 5.
Angle 5, good. So angle 5, how can I find my angle 5?
You have to plug in x back into the angle 1.
Angle 1, good. So I find the angle 1 first. So I plug in back x to here. Right? And then do the math, do the algebra, you should get 92 degrees. Okay, how can I find my angle 5?
Angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent by corresponding angles.
Good,
So the measurements are also the same.
good. Just say corresponding angles are congruent. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Okay, make sure every time when you guys set up the equation, or if you want to say angle 1 equal to angle 5, give me the reason. Okay, remember the letter F, the upside down letter F. So angle 1 equal to angle 5. Okay, because make sure these two lines are parallel. Okay, L and M are parallel. So you can say congruent corresponding angles are congruent. Okay, if you don't try to do the example 4. What we are looking for. You guys that? Okay. Hey, on the notes, I think I'm missing this one, right? Find x, y, and angle x. Find angle x, angle y, and angle x. There's a typo again. So many typos. Okay. Hey guys, look at the chat room here. Some of you guys are sending direct message to you regarding for the homework. Okay. And again, for the homework, the first homework supposed to due on Sunday. And because this is the first homework, I give you guys more time. It's gonna be due on this Thursday, February 24th at 11:59 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna double check with you guys again before the break time. Okay, okay, this one. So first, I would say angle 1. These two lines are parallel. So you can see I marked the check mark here, right? These two lines are parallel. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to 180. What is the reason?
Pair of exterior angles.
Angle 1 plus angle 2, right? Equal to 180. They are supplementary angle. From here, yeah, they are supplementary angle. So add it up equal to 180. Okay. Okay, and then you're gonna plug in the angle 1 and angle 2 here. Do you guys get this? Okay, combine the 9 terms. So I have 5x plus 3x, which is xx plus 2y. Good. And then I could see I have an x and 2 and 180. So I divided by 2 for the whole equation. So you should get this one. Right? Divided by 2 here, divided by 2 here, divided by 2 here. So you can see for one equation, I have 2 variables. So means like I need to set up another equation in order to solve the x and y. Okay, so right now, I'm gonna set it up. I already used angle 1 and angle 2. So look at the picture. I could do the angle 2 with angle x. All right. Either you're using angle 2 and angle x, or you could use angle 1 and angle x. Okay, you have a 2 solution. One more time. Either you say angle 2 plus angle x equal to 180. Reason is gonna be exterior angles on the same size as supplementary. Or you can use angle 1 equal to angle x, because this is the exterior alternate exterior angle are congruent. Okay, so either one. You don't have to follow this one. Okay, you could use angle 1 congruent to angle x. You're gonna get the same answer. And then I plug in the angles again, combine the 9 terms. So I have a 6 and 180. I divided by 6 for the whole equation. Good. Any questions so far? Okay, so I have a 2 equation, 2 variable. I'm gonna name the equation. This is the equation 1. This is the equation 2. Okay, remember in the algebra class, you guys learned how to solve the system of the equation. You do have a 2 method, right? Either substitution or elimination method. Okay, either way. So this one, I use elimination method. Okay, I'm gonna use angle 1, equation 1 minus the equation 2. Can you guys follow? Am I going too fast?
1 second.
Okay. I'll wait a little bit, okay? And then I'm gonna solve the equation together. Okay, so let me do it here. So I have 4x plus y equal to 90. And I call this is my equation 1. And I have another equation, x plus y equal to 30 degrees. And I call this is equation 2. Okay, so I want to use the elimination method, means I want to eliminate one of the variable. Okay, so you could see this is a 4, this is 1. I can't eliminate this one. So I'm gonna choose the y here. So what I'm gonna do, equation 1 minus equation 2. Do the subtraction. So 4x minus x, I got 3x. Y minus y, I got 0. 90 minus 30, I'm gonna get 60. Okay, elimination method. Equation 1 minus equation 2. And then I divided by 3 for both sides. So I got x equal to 20 degrees. Do you guys get that? Okay, after you get x equal to 20, you could put it back into either one of the equation, right? That's substitution. So I'm gonna, from the equation 2, I have a x plus y equal to 30. And I'm gonna substitute x 20 degree here. All right. I subtract the 20 for both sides. I'm gonna get y equal to 10 degrees. If you guys don't know how to solve the system of the equation, please review your algebra. Okay, review your algebra book. If you need some extra notes or help, see me during the office hour. Okay, solve the system of the equation. Okay, right? I saw it in here. Okay, and then we need to find angle x, and we need to find x and y and angle x. So after you find the x and y, plug it back to the angle x here. Okay, so you know x equal to 20, y equal to 10. You should find 110 degrees.
Angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior though, right?
Yes,
I did it that way. Is that fine?
yes, sure. As long as you can set up the equation, give me the reason, then you're good. Okay, you should get the same answer as me, right?
I did.
Yeah, good. Okay. Okay, right? Questions? One more time for the homework and exam, especially your chapter test. When you set up the equation, I need you guys state the reason to support it. Okay, here also. And so all your work, okay? Don't just write down the final answer. Okay, then last film. From a point not on a given line, that is exactly one line perpendicular to the given line. Exactly one line perpendicular to a given line. Okay, so this is talking about if I have a line here and I have a 1 point here. Okay, from a point not on a given line. So if I have a point and a line here, that is exactly one line perpendicular to the given line. So if I want to draw the line pass through the point and then perpendicular to the line, okay, it's only one line to perpendicular to pass through the point and perpendicular this line. Okay, this is what the film says. The term perpendicular includes the line weight, the line plane, and the pen-pen relationship. So this is talking about it can be the line and the weight, or it can be the line and the pen. So the line and the pen is okay, the line and the pen. So the line, the pen, and here. Like that, right? It's only like one line pass through the point perpendicular to the line. And the pen-pen relationship, if I have a 2 pens on it. Okay?
What's the difference between that one and the theorem about only one unique line?
The one unique line, which one is another field?
There's one similar that states,
Yeah. Sometimes the film they try to rewrite it like with the similar things there. It should be like the same thing. I think you're talking about the pen, the line, and the point, right? Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
have it right
Yeah,
now,
just
but
find
it's
it out
fine.
and then let me know which one is it.
Okay.
Okay, so construction, forget it. We're gonna do it later. Okay, so we're done for the session 2.1. Then we have the session 2.2. Okay, session 2.2, indirect proof. Okay, before we talk about the indirect proof, remember the P and Q statement? If P, then Q, right? Remember that one? This is called the conditional statement. If P is true, then Q will be true. So the Q will be the conclusion based on the P, the hypothesis. We talk about it on the chapter 1, right? Okay, so remember, right? If P, then Q. Okay, the Q is based on the P here. And then remember we learned the not P, right? This notation means not P or the negation of P. Okay, not P means like the opposite meaning of the P here. Okay, so now we're gonna introduce the 4 statement here. The first one will be conditional. Conditional, this is what we always talk about it on the chapter 1. If P, then Q. The conclusion Q is based on the hypothesis of the P here. Converse of conditional. Converse of conditional means like if Q, then P. Then the P, the conclusion will be the P based on the hypothesis of the Q. Okay. If you remember on the chapter 1, we have the sum theorem. It only works for if P then Q statement. If you revise it to the converse of conditional, it may not be work. But sometimes, if you have the statement if and only if, then both of them will be true. Okay, it depends on the statement. Okay, but we call this as converse of conditional. We make the Q has a hypothesis. We make the P has the conclusion. And then another one called inverse of conditional means if not P, then not Q. The negation of P and negation of Q. Okay, if not P, then not Q. And then the last one, contrapositive for conditional, not Q, then not P. Okay, look at this picture, try to remember this one. And then now, we want to see if those statements will be true. So first one, conditional. If Tom lives in San Diego, then he lives in California. Okay, can you guys tell me which one is gonna be your statement P?
Lives in San Diego.
Tom lives in San Diego. This is the statement P. How about the Q?
He lives in
He lives in
California.
California.
He lives in California. Good. So one more time. This is the conclusion, right? Based on the hypothesis of the P here. And I want to know if this is a true statement or false statement.
True statement.
True statement. This is true, right? If he lives in San Diego, for sure, he's gonna live in California because California is gonna be bigger, right? The San Diego is gonna be one of the point on the California. So if Tom lives in San Diego, for sure, he's gonna live in California. Okay, this is true statement. Now, I want you guys try to revise this statement with the converse of conditional. Converse of conditional means if Q, then P. Okay, try. And then tell me after you write the converse of conditional will be true or false. Okay, and then write the inverse of conditional and also write the contrapositive of conditional. Okay, but based on the previous slide here. Okay, I show you guys the picture here. Try to write these three statements and write it down which one is going to be your P, which one is going to be your Q. And then tell me if the statement's going to be true or false. Okay. Okay, check the second statement. So converse of conditional will be if Q, then P, right? So you will have, if Tom lives in California, then he lives in San Diego. Do you guys get that? That will be the Q and that will be the P, right? If Q, then P. True or false?
False.
False.
False, right? Because he lives in California, he can be live in Los Angeles or San Francisco, right? So this is a false statement. And the inverse of condition, okay, inverse of conditional, that would be not P. If not P, then not Q, okay, not P. So we're gonna try to rewrite this one with not P. So Tom does not live in San Diego, then he does not live in California. Okay, not P and then not Q. True or false?
False.
False, right? He does not live in San Diego. He can live in San Francisco. So he still live in California, right? So this is a false statement. Not P and not Q. Okay, last one. Contrapositive. It's going to be not Q, then not P, right? So if Tom does not live in California, then he does not live in San Diego. So this is not Q and not P. True or false?
True.
True. Hey, I need you guys remember like this one. I need you guys remember what is the meaning of conditional, what is the meaning of converse of conditional, inverse, and contrapositive for conditional. Okay, I need you guys remember these one. So when I ask you guys write it down, the converse of conditional, inverse of conditional, you could write it like this way. Okay, and then you can see like actually the conditional and the contrapositive of conditional is a pair. Either both of them are true or both of them are false. And then these two, converse and the inverse, this is just like a pair. When both of them are true or either both of them are false. Okay? Okay. Okay, so we're just saying conditional statement and its contrapositive are either both true or both false. And the converse and the inverse are either both true or both false. Okay, so you could see 1 and 4 is a pair, 2 and 3 is a pair. Okay, first example. Similar. Can you guys try one more time? This is the conditional statement, okay, and this is a true. If two angles are vertical angles, then they are congruent angles. Okay, try it one more time. This time, don't look at like don't look at the notes. Try to do it by yourself, and write it down true or false. Good. Okay, check the work. So if Q then P, converse means if Q then P, right? So if the two angles are congruent angles, then they are vertical angles. True or false?
False.
False. They're congruent. It can be anything. Right? It can be like corresponding angles or alternate exterior angles. Okay, they may not be like vertical angles. And then inverse will be, what is inverse? Inverse is gonna be not P, then not Q, right? Not P and not Q. So if two angles are not vertical angles, then they are not congruent angles. False, right? These two pair is gonna be, these two is gonna be a pair. So if this is false, this is also false. Last one, contrapositive, not Q, then not P. So if the angles are not congruent angles, then they are not vertical angles. If two angles are not congruent angles, then they are not vertical angles. Good. Okay, remember these four conditional statements. So one more time, we could say that the conditional statement and also the contrapositive statements, they are equivalent. Okay, they are equal to each other. If P, then Q, and if not Q, then not P. Okay, either both of them are false or both of them are true. And then we could draw the diagram, the Venn diagram, to represent this one. So think about it. If P, then Q. So P will be in the middle here. If you are the Q, you have to locate it on the Q here. Okay, so this is true. And also, if not Q is talking about not on the Q here. It's going to be outside of the Q. If not Q, then not P. It cannot be placed on the P in here. So both of them are equivalent. Okay, draw this diagram on the notes. Okay, one more. Okay, remember this one, we learned it from the chapter 1, the law of detachment. Okay, law of the detachment. Say we assume P and Q are simple statement and assume the statement 1 and statement 2 are true. So if I have these two statements, if P then Q and number 2 is P, both of them are true statement, then you could draw the conclusion with the valid argument. Conclusion will be Q. Therefore it's Q. Right? This is from the chapter 1. Now, and we call this the law of detachment. It's going to be called the method of direct proof. Remember these sessions we're talking about the indirect proof. Indirect proof. So we have another one called law of the negative inference, contraposition. Okay, you could think about it. This one represents the first conditional statement, the number 1 conditional statement. This one, the law of negative inference is going to be represent the number 4, the number 4 statement. Okay, here, law of detachment is talking about the conditional, number 1. This one, the law of negative is going to be the contrapositive, number 4. So they are talking about the same thing, they're equivalent. Okay, and this picture is going to be look like that. If P, then Q, we assume this is a true statement. Second one, if not Q, then not P. Okay, if not Q, then therefore not P. Okay, right? So try the example. Okay, we have the first statement. If P, then Q. If Matt clean his room, then he will go to the movie. If that statement, okay? So if he clean the room, he will go to the movie. We assume this is true. Second one, Matt does not get to go to the movie. Okay? So think about it. We have this guy here, the law of the negative inverse. If P, then Q. And obviously the number 2, Matt does not get to go to the movie. This is means not Q, right? This is going to be not Q. So can you guys, based on here, draw the conclusion with not P? Write down the conclusion. How can you guys write the conclusion?
Matt did not clean his room.
Good, not P, right? P is Matt clean his room. Not P means Matt did not clean his room. So we could tell, right? Because Matt does not go to the movie means he did not clean his room. If he clean his room, then he will go to the movie. Right? So this is the contrapositive statement. Okay, if not Q, then not P. Okay, and we call this is indirect proof. Okay, indirect proof. One more time, the conditional statement, if P, then Q, and P, that will be the direct proof, okay? This one, when we're talking about negation Q, negation P, this is called indirect proof. Sometimes we want to use the indirect proof instead of the direct one. So we could conclude if Matt did not clean his room, if he had, he would have gone to the movie, right? So one more time, we're gonna say if P, then Q, it implies that the truth of not Q, then not P. If they keep saying that, I need you guys to remember, number 1 and number 4 is a pair. Either both of them are true or both of them are false. Okay, they're equivalent. Okay, you guys need to know the technique. When will you guys want to use the indirect proof? Okay, so indirect proof, when you guys want to see something not equal to, like for example, C is not equal to D, or L is not perpendicular to N, something with the negation, the not. When you see that, you want to apply the indirect proof. Something not, okay, not equal to, or I may ask you guys, given these two lines are not parallel, or these two angles are not equal to each other, or these two lines are not perpendicular. Okay, if you guys see that, you want to use the indirect proof. Okay, let's try. We're gonna try to use the indirect proof for the example too. We're gonna do it together. Okay, so given angle X not equal to angle Y, and you want to prove angle X and angle Y are not both right angles. Okay, highlight the not both right angles. The not here means like you may want to use the indirect proof. Okay, not the given, okay? Look at the proof. The proof say not. So this is what we want to use the indirect proof. So every time when you want to use the direct proof, the first thing, we're gonna assume the opposite. Okay, we're gonna assume the opposite. We're gonna assume angle X and angle Y are right angles. Okay, in direct proof, we always do the opposite. We assume angle X and angle Y are right angles. You could see this is a totally different from the proof, right? Okay, and then we're gonna base on this is true. We will use the reason, try to use the reason to support this guy. Okay. So think about it. What is the meaning of right angle?
90-degree angle.
90 degrees angle. Good. So if I assume angle X and angle Y are right angles, so what is the measure of angle X and angle Y?
80 degrees.
90 degrees. Good. One more time. You know right angles means 90 degree, right? Now we assume angle X and angle Y are right angle. So we could say angle X equal to 90 degrees and angle Y equal to 90 degrees. Because we know right angles is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, one more time. They are right angle, so you know angle X and angle Y equal to 90 degrees because right angles are equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so when they are equal to 90 degrees, it means like angle X equal to angle Y, right? Angle X will gonna be equal to angle Y. But look at the given information. Angle X is not equal to angle Y, right? So we know the assumption is false. Okay. Assumption is false. We assume angle X and angle Y are right angles, right? So now we know this is false. That means angle X and angle Y are not both right angles. Okay, you can see first, if you want to use the indirect proof, you're gonna see something like not on the proof. Perhaps. You're gonna see on the proof there's a not, something not here. Okay, so once you see the not here, we want to use an indirect proof. So here, the Q statement, we're gonna say angle X and angle Y are not both right angles. Don't have the what. This is by Q statement, right? Angle X and angle Y are not both right angles. Okay, so think about it. What's your not Q? Number one, we're gonna assume not Q is true. Okay, if the Q statement is angle X and angle Y are not both right angles. So not Q means opposite with this guy. So it means like angle X and angle Y are right angle. So this is the first step. Whatever you have the Q statement here, we're gonna assume the not Q is true. Okay, so we assume the not Q in here. And then second one, we're gonna use the reason. We're gonna use the reason to contradiction with the given statement. We're gonna use the reason to a contradiction with the given statement. Okay, so this is what we just did from here. As the first sentence here, this is we assume not Q is true. Second one, we're gonna use the reason to contradiction with the given information. And then number three, okay. Reason to a good contradiction. Number three, Q must be true. Okay, this is called the indirect proof. This is a Q statement. Make sense to you guys? Try to remember it. If you have the proof not, then you want to use indirect proof. Indirect proof means like whatever you want to prove, you're gonna do the opposite, means the not Q. After you have the not Q here, we assume the not Q is true. We try to use the reason to contradiction with the assumption. Most likely, we're gonna be contradiction with the given statement. Okay, since we have the contradiction, we know the assumption is false, then Q must be true. So this is how we use the indirect proof. Okay, we state that from the notes here already. Okay, before we take a break, I want to talk about the homework. It's my homework. Okay, let me see. I'm not sure if you guys can double check your submitted homework. You should be able to do it though. Okay, if you submit the homework, click on the gray. Click on the homework assignment here. Okay, you could see the file you submit in here. Try to click on to see. Make sure all the pages you submitted and combine it into one PDF file. One more time, I need you guys combine it into one PDF file. Okay? When I grade it, I hope you guys don't mind. Jeffrey, I know you don't mind it. When I grade your homework, I only see one file in here. One file, then I could grade it from page by page like this way. This is the reason why I need you guys combine it into one PDF file. Otherwise, I'm gonna click on every file and download it and then grade it and then we submit to you guys. Okay, so make sure submit it into one PDF file. We don't have 10 files in here. And also, do me a favor. Try to get used to it when you guys turn in your homework. Try to rename your homework folder. Okay, rename the file. Okay, for example, I want you guys to put it like first name, last name, and then what you are working on For example, I'm doing the homework, session 1.1 to 1.4. So my name is Yin Yi. My last name is Lam. And I'm working on the homework, session 1.1 to 1.4. I want you guys rename the folder like this way. Especially the homework doesn't really matter because I could grade it here and I could resubmit it to you guys. But for the exam, it's gonna be different format. Exam, I want you guys doing like this. First name, last name, and this is gonna be the test 1. Okay, I want you guys rename the file like this way. Write it down what you are working on. Okay. And again, please, 1 PDF file, 1 PDF file. Okay, I won't grade it if you submit like 10 file or more than 1 PDF file, I won't grade it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, we submit it until you get the 1 PDF file, then I'm gonna grade it and I'm gonna give you guys the points. Okay, and I will try my best today, next week. Next Tuesday, you guys need to do the construction for chapter 1 and chapter 2. Remember, you guys need what you guys need? I don't remember. The protractor, the compass, the ruler, okay? And then print it out from the construction for chapter 1 and 2. Okay, we're gonna do it together. So you need the tools on next Tuesday. If you didn't buy it yet, please buy it as soon as possible. And also, starting from chapter 2, the chapter 2 homework, I won't post the picture for the homework because of the copyright issue. I always post like the homework question from the chapter 1, right? So as of chapter 2, you only see that I don't have anything, just write it down the numbers like that. So you need to buy the book. Either you share your book with your friends, or you could buying the e-test book, okay, to work on your homework. Okay, and what else? That's it. Okay, so take a break now. Come back at 3:20. Take a short break. Okay, 3:20. Okay, guys. Okay, so one more time. If given P, we want to prove the Q. First, we're gonna assume not Q is true. Okay, opposite of the proof statement. And then try to reason to a contradiction, find the reason, contradiction with the given statement. Then we could say Q must be true. So this is called the indirect proof. Okay, indirect proof. So now let's try to do the example 3. Okay, example 3. If two lines are cut by a transversal so that alternate interior angles are not congruent, then the two lines are not parallel. Okay, so one more time. If the alternate interior angle, which one is gonna be your alternate interior angle?
3, 6, and 4, 5.
3, 6, and 4, 5. Those are alternate interior angles, right? If L is parallel to M, then angle 3 will be congruent to angle 6. Angle 4 will be congruent to angle 5, right? This is based on L is parallel to the line M here. Okay, now the given L and M are cut by the transversal T, and angle 3 is not congruent to angle 6. So we're gonna prove L is not parallel to the, we're gonna prove the line L is not parallel to the line M. Okay, so you could see the proof is gonna be not. So first one, what are you gonna do? What is the first statement?
The given
And the-
statement.
Go ahead.
Assume that L is parallel to M.
Good. First, we have the not here, so you know we're gonna use the indirect proof. So first one, we're gonna assume the opposite. Assume the key not Q is true. So good. Assume L is parallel to M. Right? This is the first statement. Assume L is parallel to M. Okay, if L is parallel to M, what would happen for the alternate interior angle?
They would be congruent.
They could, which angle is going to be congruent?
Angle 3 and angle 6.
Angle 3 will be equal congruent to angle 6. Why? What is the reason?
Alternate ulterior angle.
Intern,
So I said it backwards.
Alternate interior
angles.
angles. Jinx.
alternate
Oh,
interior
man.
angles are congruent. Good,
Yeah.
Sarah. Because these two lines are parallel, right? And these
Mhm.
two lines are cut by transversal T. So alternate interior angles are congruent. Angle 3 and angle 6 are congruent. Angle 5 and angle 4 are congruent. Good. Okay, so we're gonna say the reason here and try to find the reason that will be contradict with the given statement. Okay, on the notes, that's a missing the proof here. Okay, on your notes, that's a missing the proof L is not parallel to M. Okay, then. Angle 3 is going to be congruent to angle 6, and then
This contradicts angle 3 is not congruent to angle 6.
good. contradiction with the given statement, right? They say angle 3 is not congruent to angle 6. So this contradicts angle 3 not congruent to angle 6. So our assumption is going to be false. Okay, the assumption is false. So therefore, L is not parallel to M. Okay, so we try to remember the indirect proof the step. Okay, first, assume not Q is true. Try to find the reason, contradict with the given statement. So the assumption is false, and therefore you could prove it. Okay, so Q is true, not Q is true. Okay, if you could try to do the next example. Okay, example 4. Same idea. Okay, they use they prove the way BD does not bisect angle ABC. So this is a not, does not. Okay, so use indirect proof. Try. Example 4. Hold on a second, something wrong, isn't it? Hey, that's a typo. The given should be AB, D, not concurrent to DBC. Hey, change it from your notes. Should be angle ABD, not congruent angle DBC. I put ABC on the notes. This is ABD, okay? ABD, not congruent DBC. You guys good? Okay, so first one. What is the first statement?
Angle ABD is not congruent to angle DBC.
No, this is a given information, right? You're gonna assume not Q from the proof, right?
ABD does not bisect angle ABC.
Yeah, the proof is the way BD does not bisect angle ABC. So this is Q, right? So first you're gonna assume not Q. What is your not Q here?
Assume
does.
BD bisects ABC.
Did BD, assume BD, the way BD bisect angle ABC, right? Remember this is a Q, okay? We see the not, so we cannot use the indirect proof. Then we assume not Q. So opposite with this guy, so will be the way BD bisect angle ABC. Good. So what happened if BD is bisect angle ABC?
Angle ABD is congruent to angle DBC because the bisect angle is separated into two equal angles.
Congruent angles.
Yeah.
Mhm. This is what I think also. Okay, look at my solution. So they say angle ABD will be equal to 1/2 of angle ABC. And then DBC will be equal to 1/2 of angle ABC. But Andrew, I agree with you. If I were you, I'm gonna write angle ABD would be equal to angle DBC also because of the bisect, right? That's by theorem. Okay, but you're good. If you're doing that on the exam, I'm gonna give you credit also. Okay, but this is the solution from the book. They try to write it like more details. ABD equal to 1/2 of ABC. DBC equal to 1/2 of the angle ABC. Then substitution. So angle ABD equal to angle DBC. Okay, but I think Andrew, you're good. You could skip this step though if you want, but they try to write it more details in here. Okay, so when angle ABD equal to angle DBC, then what happened?
It contradicts angle AB.
Contradiction with the given information, right? So it if two angles equal measure, then two angles are congruent. So I think this is just oh, you may need this one. I think I should change a little bit here. So I would say the measure of angle ABD equal to the 1/2 of the measure angle ABC. And measure of angle DBC equal to 1/2 of the measure ABC. It would make more sense. So measure of angle ABD equal to the measure of angle DBC. Okay, you could skip like this statement here. You could skip like this one, but I think you may want to add the measure. Remember, when we prove it, when we say two angles are congruent, it implies the measure of the angle, the angle have an equal measure, right? So now they are doing the opposite way here. Okay, the measure of angle ABD equal to the measure of angle DBC. So it implies that angle ABD congruent to angle DBC. It makes sense for this step because when they given information here, they are talking about the angle is congruent. They are not talking about the measure is equal. Okay, so you may need to write up like this step here. Does it make sense to you guys? Okay, so it's not be contradict with the given statement here. And then the assumption is false. So the way BD does not bisect angle ABC. Okay. I think just make sure like from here, when we say the bisect, we're talking about the measure of the angle will be equal to each other here. But the measure of the angle, when the measure of the angle is equal to each other, it implies the angles are congruent. So it can contradiction with the given statement here. Okay. Okay, next one. This one, in this figure, pen T intersect the parallel pens P and Q in the lines L and M. Okay, so you could see the T intersect the P and Q with the line L and the M in here. And they given the pen P and Q are parallel. Okay, these two pens are parallel. And they want you guys to prove if L is going to be parallel to M. Remember we say if the proof they say not something not, we want to use the indirect proof. But this one, we also want to use the indirect proof. So think about it. If this is the Q, what is the not Q?
Oh, it's not parallel to M.
Good. We assume that L is not parallel to M. We're gonna do this one together. This one is a little bit challenge. Okay, we assume L is not parallel to M. Okay, think about it. If I have a two lines, this is my two lines, okay, L and the M. If they are not parallel, what would happen? Like this. If this is two lines, if assume they are not parallel, and if I keep expanded, what would happen?
They would intersect.
Good. They will have the intersection point. Okay. One more time. If this is two lines parallel, when they expand it, they don't have the intersection point. But when they are not parallel to each other, when you expand it, we're gonna keep going, keep going. Eventually, they will have the intersection point here. Okay. Okay. So think about it. If these two lines are not parallel to each other, and they're gonna intersect. When the intersection point, let's say I call this point as A, the intersection point A will appear. So this point, will it be happen on the pen P and the Q? The pen, this is the pen P, and then the line L is on the here. The line L is on the pen P. Okay, so you could imagine if I extended the line L and the M together, when they have an intersection point, this point will be located on the P and the Q as well. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, one more time. These two lines intersect at some point in the A. And this point A, since the line L is on the pen P, the line M is on the pen Q. If they have the intersection point A, this point A will be also located on the point P and the Q as well. Does it make sense to you guys? Okay, so if the point A is going to be on the pen P and Q, that means pen P and the pen Q is also intersect, right? The P and Q is intersect to get the point A, right? And this is going to be contradicted by the given information. If the A is going to be on pen P and Q, that means P and Q is going to be not parallel. So it's going to be contradiction with the given information here. Okay, so the assumption is going to be false. And L and M should be parallel. Line L and line M will be parallel. Okay. So the session 2.2 is talking about the indirect proof. Okay, try to remember the procedure. Assume not Q, find the reason contradict to the given statement. So the assumption is false, and then the proof is going to be right. Okay, this is called the indirect proof. Okay. Okay. Done session 2.2. We have the session 2.3. Hey, do you guys work for the, do you guys finish the homework yet? For the chapter 1, 1.5 to 1.7? Yes, good. No? Hey, try to, even though like the session 1.5 to 1.7 is gonna be due on this Sunday, I want you guys spend some time to finish chapter 1 as soon as possible, so you guys can take care of the chapter 2 homework. By the end of this week, I'm gonna give you guys the sample test. Okay, we do have 3 or 4 chapter tests. I don't remember. For each, how many tests? We do have a 4 tests for total. Okay, I try my best to make a sample test for you guys, so you guys can try to do it on your own. The sample test, for example, I just make up the number. For example, the sample test, I may give you guys like 30 questions on it, okay? And the test will be really similar on, but I may not. For example, sample test is 30 questions. I may give you guys like 10 to 15 questions on the test. Okay, so if you guys do it on your own for the chapter, the sample test, you understand all of them, you should be able to get a good grade on your test. So on your syllabus, you could see for the next week, today is 22nd, okay. For the next Thursday, we're gonna review the test one together, okay. I don't want you guys just do the test with me. I want you guys try to do the sample test on your own, okay. Remember I say, when you guys look at my solution, it's always makes sense, okay. But when you do it on your own, you're gonna know you understand the materials or not. So hopefully by Friday, okay, hopefully Friday, before Friday, I can post the sample test to you guys. And you guys never take the exam in the tutorial. Okay, I will try to put it on the tutorial exam and then let you guys test it, how's the tutorial exams looks like. Okay, but of course that I set it up, it's just like a sample test, but it doesn't have any points or percentage on it. Okay, you could resubmit it. And I don't grade it either. Okay, and then on Thursday, we're gonna review the test one together. Test one is gonna be from chapter 1 and chapter 2, 2 chapters. Okay, so I want you guys finish all the homework, then you're gonna work on your sample test. Okay, so try to finish the homework these 2 weeks. Then you do have time to do it on your sample test. And then you will have the first test on the March 8th, okay, on Tuesday. That will be in class. Okay, so I'm gonna talk, after I create the sample test, I'm gonna give you guys more information about it. Okay, so session 2.3, we won't be able to finish today, but we do have a lot of films for this session. And you should be remembered that. Okay, so first one, the postulate 11. If two parallel lines are cut by the transversal, then the pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. Remember what's a corresponding angles? Remember I say try to, when we talk about the corresponding angles, think about the letter F. Okay, the letter F. The corner of the letter F would be the corresponding angles, and then we could flip it. For example, this is the letter F, these two corners will be the corresponding angles. If these two lines are parallel, so we do have an angle 4 and angle 8. All right, angle 4 and angle 8 are congruent. All right, we could flip the F, letter F here, so that would be angle 3 and angle 7, and angle 5 and angle 1, and angle 2 and angle 6. This is corresponding angle. And this is the postulate 11. Okay, actually we proved it already. We do have a film for this one also. Okay, right? And then the film, if two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then the pairs of alternate interior angles are congruent. So this is gonna be the letter Z, right? The letter Z. So right here, letter Z, you could see the angle 3 and angle 6, and angle 4 and angle 5. Right? They are congruent because these two lines are parallel. Okay, here it just a review a little bit and talk and state the film. Okay, right? Remember this. And also, film 2.1.3. If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then the pairs of alternate exterior angles are congruent. So exterior angles, talking about angle 1, angle 8, and angle 2, and angle 7. And you guys should have this information from the previous lecture. I don't remember, it's 1.6 or 1.7, right? I just review a little bit. Okay, so remember the corresponding angle, alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angle. Okay, And then next one, another film, 2.1.4. Two parallel lines cut by transversal, then the pairs of interior angle on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Actually, this is, I will try to remember this one by letter U, okay, or letter C. You could think about the letter C. Letter C here, letter C here. So supplementary angle, 3 and 5 equal to 180, 4 and 6 equal to 180. Okay, the letter C or letter U, depends on how you look at it, right? So supplementary angles. And then last one, same idea, the same size of the pair of exterior angle will be supplementary. So angle 1 and angle 7 and angle 2 and angle 8 equal to 180. Okay. So review a little bit now. Yes. Okay, next example. Let's do together this one. Little bit complicated. Okay, two lines cut by transversal so that two corresponding angles, the letter F here. So talking about the angle 2 and angle 1, right? Are congruent. Then these lines are parallel, right? If angle 2 congruent to angle 1, then line L is parallel to line M. Now the given L and M cut by the transversal T and angle 1 congruent to angle 2. But we want to prove L is parallel to M. Okay. Okay, so if I want to use the indirect proof, what is my first statement?
L is not parallel to M.
Good. Indirect proof is L is not parallel to M. And then look at the picture. We try to take advantage of this picture. Okay, there's many different ways to prove this theorem. Okay, and this is one of the method. Okay, so you can see angle 1 is supposed to be congruent to angle 2. But now we use the indirect proof, not Q. L is not parallel to M. And then did you guys see the line, the L, the P here? The line P here. So we say we do have a line R, okay, the line R pass through the point P, and that is parallel to M. So now we assume R is parallel to M. Even though when you look at the picture, it doesn't look like they're parallel, okay? But since we're using indirect proof, we assume L is not parallel to M. So we try to draw the line, and that line will be parallel to M. If think about it, if the line R is parallel to line M, what would happen from the angle 3 and angle 2?
They would be congruent.
They'd be congruent, right?
Corresponding angles.
Good. Okay, one more time. If the line R, we assume the line R is parallel to the line M, then the angle 3 will be congruent to angle 2 because of the corresponding angle. Am I right? Make sense, right? Okay. So now I'm gonna think that R parallel to M. So angle 3 concurrent to angle 2. Because this angle is corresponding. Okay. So look at the given information. The given angle 1 is concurrent to angle 2. And angle 3 is concurrent to angle 2. Right? What would happen to angle 1 and angle 3?
It would also be congruent.
Okay, what is the reason?
Transitive property.
Good. Remember the relation ARB, BRC, then ARC, the transitive property. Remember that? One more time. Angle 3, angle 1 concurrent to angle 2. Angle 3 concurrent to angle 2. So angle 1 will be concurrent to angle 3 by transitive property. Okay? Okay, if angle 3 equal to angle 1, okay, we just like put on hold in this guy. So now look at these 3 angles. What is the relationship between angle 1, angle 3, and angle 4? What is the relationship between angle 1, angle 4, and angle 3? Just look at this picture here. Think about these 3 angles.
4 plus 3 equals 1.
Good. Angle 3 plus angle 4 equal to angle 1. What is the reason?
Angle addition postulate.
Angle addition postulate. Good. Really good. So now I'm gonna write it down. Look in the figure, this picture. Measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 equal to the measure of angle 1. State the reason. Okay, I forgot to state the reason. So let me state the reason first. Okay, angle addition postulate. And then, how can you guys combine here and here? You know angle 3 equal to angle 1. So what would happen in here? Can I substitute one of either one of this? I'm gonna say by substitution, angle 3 is concurrent to angle 1. So I can substitute in here. Make sense to you guys? And then, so what is the angle 4 equal to? Look at this equation. What is the angle 4 equal to?
Angle 1. Or nothing.
What do you mean nothing? Yeah, what's nothing? Hey, just think
Zero.
simple. Yeah, 0. Right, angle, I have a measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 4 equal to measure of angle 1. The only way you make this true statement will be measure of angle 4 equal to 0, right? If measure of angle 4 equal to 0, does it imply something for the line R and the line L? What happened to the line R and the line L? If angle 4 equal to 0,
They'd be collinear.
they are equal to each other. Line R will be equal to the line L, right? Because the angle has to be positive number. If angle 4 equal to 0, the only way we can get it is line R is gonna be coincide with the L in here. So L is parallel to the M. Pretty challenge, right? This one. Don't worry, I don't put this kind of the question on the exam, okay? Yeah, but you guys need to see like the practice, like how we apply like the postulate or the transitive property into your proof, okay? This one is pretty challenge. Okay. Hey, you guys should be able to do this one. Try. Hey, there's something missing on your notes though. I forgot to put the given and the proof on your notes. Write it down on your notes. Okay, session 2.5. Hey, try to do this one and then we try the word after. You guys should be able to do this one. Okay, done. Easy, right? This one should be easy. Okay, first one, write down the given information, right? Lines L and M are transversal at T. Angle 2 congruent to angle 3. This is given. And then any idea?
Angle 1 is congruent to angle 3.
Good. Why?
Vertical angles. when two
Good.
lines
Right.
intersect.
Vertical angles are congruent. Okay. Vertical angles are congruent. Make sure they write congruent. So angle 2 congruent to angle 3 is given. Angle 3 congruent to angle 1 is going to be vertical angles. And then
Angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent.
good. Why?
Corresponding angles are congruent.
Okay, corresponding angles are congruent or
I guess transitive property.
yeah, or transitive, right? Because angle 2 equal to angle 3 equal to angle 1. So angle 2 equal to angle 1. Right? Transitive property. So remember the relation, right? ARB, BRC, so ARC. Okay, so if angle 2 concurrent to angle 1, then L is parallel to M. Why?
If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate interior angles are congruent.
That's not when we write angle 2 concurrent to angle 1, this is talking about the corresponding angle. Oh, Jeffrey, I remember why the number 3 you can't use corresponding angle. Because if this is a corresponding angle, L has to be parallel to M, right? But this is what you need to prove. So you can't use the corresponding angle for the number 3. Okay, so after you prove angle 2 is equal to congruent to angle 1, then you can say these two lines are parallel because corresponding angles implies L parallel to M. Hey, you guys should be able to do it, right? Like on the exam, something like that. Okay. Hey, we are not done yet. We done for the page 3. Oh no, page 2. Okay, so Thursday we're gonna finish the session 2.3, 2.4. I don't know if you could cover that much though. Okay, so we just try our best. Yeah, hopefully we could finish everything by next Tuesday for the chapter 2. So you guys can work on the chapter test. Okay, so we're done for today and I'm gonna see you guys on Thursday. Oh, by the way, some of you guys log into the Canvas. If you guys click on the Zoom